What's up guys? Today I've got something a little bit different for you. In today's video, I'm going to be opening up Reddit and reacting to some Upwork subreddits. And if you don't already know who I am, my name is Nico Hessel. In the last 12 months alone, I've generated over $100,000 directly from Upwork. So with that being said, let's dive in. So this one says, a simple Upwork pitch that helped me win 52 jobs and earn $30,000 plus on Upwork. Hi, insert client name. I specialize in developing XYZ. Here's a product that I developed that uses the X functionality for Z. Insert link or video demo. I'm well versed in X and can implement it seamlessly on your Y. Let's connect and discuss how we can work on this together. And he even included an example in here. The example says, hi Jason, I specialize in developing Facebook apps, widgets, and bots. Here's a product I developed that uses the send to messenger functionality for Shopify stores. Insert link. I'm well versed in send to messenger and can implement it seamlessly on your WooCommerce website. Let's connect and discuss how we can work on this together. So I actually like this a lot. The one thing I'll say is that shorter proposal templates like this one always work better if you've already earned 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 or more on Upwork, right? Because if you have earned all that money and you have a bunch of 5-star reviews on your profile, you don't need to have such a long, massive proposal because once they click on your profile speaks for itself, right? You don't need to have all that in your proposal, like I said. And so the one thing I will say is if you are going to use these short proposal templates, I recommend that you have a lot of social proof in them. And so I think one really easy way to improve this is instead of saying, hi Jason, I specialize in developing Facebook apps, widgets, and bots, he could say, hey Jason, over the last 10 years, I've developed over 300 Facebook apps, widgets, and bots. Right? Even just making that slight tweak and telling people how many years of experience you have and how many projects that are relevant to their project you've completed is going to make a pretty massive difference in terms of the amount of messages that you get back. But overall, well done and kudos to this guy. This one says, from a long-time Upwork freelancer, Upwork is dead. I've been an Upwork freelancer for several years now, and nowadays I'm amazed how dead and run down the site is. I'm specifically talking about the writing niche. $5 for 1,000 words, with a 10% freelancer fee? Ridiculous. It's time to find alternatives to Upwork. Any suggestions? Now, I think this is actually pretty funny because in the last 12 months alone, I've generated over $100,000 from Upwork. And not to mention, I've hired multiple copywriters and content writers for my marketing agency, and I've paid them thousands of dollars. And so I can promise you, Upwork is definitely not run down, it's not dead, and there are plenty of opportunities, especially in the copywriting, ghostwriting, and content marketing niche. That being said, it sounds like you're struggling to find jobs that meet your criteria. Sounds like you're probably struggling to find high quality jobs with good budgets. And so if that is the case, you probably need to do some more keyword research. So what I would recommend to you is putting together a massive list of all the services you offer, and that includes like different phrases for your services, right? So like copywriter and copywriting, right? Two different phrases there. They mean the same thing, but they're still different. I would put together a massive list of all the services you offer, the platforms you use, and the tools that you use. And then go on Upwork and start playing around with different combinations of these keywords, and then try them all individually as well. And after that, you should have a lot bigger and a lot better of a list of keywords that you can use to find jobs that are higher quality. This one says, is Upwork still worth it in 2024? My goal is to get 1 to 2 clients in software development in the next 3 months. But I see that one proposal would cost at least 16 connects, and buying 150 connects costs $15. I've activated the so-called availability badge with maximum set at 35 connects per week for 2 weeks, and I got 2 profile visits and only 1 interview request, which wasn't worth it. So my question is it really worth buying connects and spending time chasing contracts on Upwork? For example, I'm ready to pay $100 if it brings me $1,000+ contract. So yes, Upwork Connects are 100% worth it if you know how to properly utilize them. And I can speak from personal experience because I recently helped a software developer, Guillerme, go from zero, meaning he had never earned any money on Upwork, to earning over $8,000 within 60 days of working with me. And I believe we only spent about $500 or $600 on Connects. And so that's about a 15 or 16x return, which is obviously worth it, especially if you're in a niche like software development, where the average client is probably going to pay you at least a few $100s, but more likely $1,000 or more, right? I work with software developers who charge thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars every single project that they take on. And so if especially you're in a niche like that, then Upwork Connects are 100% worth it. And so let's just do some basic math here. Using our KPIs, if you were to submit 100 proposals on Upwork, you should get about 15 replies. If you get 15 replies, at least 5 of those people should be willing to book a call with you. And depending on what percentage you close at on Upwork, you will probably sign between 1 or 2 clients. Now, to submit 100 proposals will probably cost you around $200. So the question is signing 1 or 2 clients worth spending $200 to you? Well, if you're in the software development niche, then yeah, it definitely is, right? I know software developers who make thousands and thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars each project that they take on. And so it is most likely going to be worth it to you to acquire 1 or 2 clients by spending $200. And that being said, the KPIs that I shared earlier can definitely be improved if you have more personalization in your proposals, if you have more social proof in your proposals, and if your profiles are optimized. This one says, Upwork is a scam. The idea of charging freelancers to submit proposals, but not charging people to have access to talent is mind-boggling to me. It makes no sense, especially when it is easy to see most of the jobs don't get filled. I saw someone say about 83% of jobs never get filled. Literally anyone can post a job, and Upwork makes money when freelancers, who don't even know who is posting the job, apply to the job. They're going to have a class action lawsuit on their hands one day. Now, I think this is pretty funny because Upwork obviously isn't a scam. We have members of our coaching program who have talked with and signed deals with companies like Marriott, Pizza Hut, Toggle, Filter King, Lug, like massive corporations. Like Marriott is a Fortune 100 company, right? I have personally spoken to them on Upwork. And members of our coaching program have signed deals with companies like Pizza Hut, who is a multi-billion dollar company, right? And so I can promise you Upwork is not a scam. And if you knew how to properly utilize it, then you would be able to make tens of thousands of dollars every single month. Now, I recommend that this person does some better keyword research, like I referenced earlier in this video, because that's going to help them find higher quality jobs on Upwork. And I would also recommend that they go through a little bit more rigorous of a filtering process using the methods that we just talked about. Right, so click on the job on Upwork, you'll get a little pop-up menu on the right-hand side, and you can scroll through and look at their location, the amount of money they've spent, the average hourly rate that they pay people, and how many jobs they've posted and hired for. Right? If they posted 1,000 jobs and they have hired 0 people, then obviously you shouldn't apply to it. Get hired on Upwork quickly. So the first one says, keep my cover letter short, but not too short. You want to address your potential client's issue without drowning them with a ton of testimonials and a 5,000-word essay on why you're the best. Get to the point and maybe send 1 to 2 docs unless requested for more. Number 2, use Loom. I've used Loom to create short videos as my proposal, and I've been hired several times, if not given an interview by the very least. Video is a great way to differentiate between the thousands of boring cover letters being sent out. Number 3, have an updated profile, and if you're new, make sure your profile looks legit. This gives a good first impression. Now, the one thing that I would disagree with on number 1 is I would definitely include at least 1 testimonial. In terms of number 2, using Loom, this entirely depends on how much money you have to spend on Connects and how much time you have to submit these proposals. And it's a fine balance because obviously if you have almost no money and you could only submit a couple proposals per month, then yeah, obviously you should be filming Loom videos, you should be making extremely personalized proposals and just doing anything and everything that you can to get the job poster's attention. But if you have some money to submit, let's say at least a dozen proposals per week, and you have some money to do that, and you probably have a little less time, then filming a Loom video for every single proposal you submit probably isn't the best use of your time. And in terms of number 3, yes, I wholeheartedly agree. You absolutely need to have an optimized profile, especially if you're just beginning on Upwork. And my absolute favorite one of them all, how much money did you make on Upwork this year? $38,000 for me, part-time of course, with other clients outside the platform. And if you scroll down to the comments section, you're gonna see how much money people are making. $94,000, $70,000, $25,739,000. And this is all in 1 year, guys. $5,000 since August. This one says $57,000. And that could be you. And so if you want to learn how to start consistently signing high-paying clients on Upwork, then I would highly recommend checking out my coaching program. It is 53 plus sections that cover literally everything when it comes to Upwork, and I take weekly coaching calls inside. And our members are crushing it on Upwork. So much so that we now offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee. So you can join 100% risk-free, and if you don't feel like you got your money's worth, just let me know and I'll give you a full refund. So if that sounds interesting to you and you want to learn a little bit more, make sure to click the link in the description and you can check out some of the wins that our members are having.